Living with heart disease is like navigating a labyrinth where every corner holds both fear and hope. I remember the day it all changed for me. I was just an ordinary person, living my life, chasing dreams, when suddenly, my heart decided to remind me of its fragility. The pain hit me like a freight train, sharp and unforgiving, leaving me gasping for breath. I thought it was just stress, perhaps a bad meal, but the truth was far more daunting. A heart attack, they said, and just like that, my life was divided into before and after. Recovery was not a straight path. It was more like a roller coaster with dizzying highs and crushing lows. The first few days in the hospital were surreal. I was surrounded by the beeping of machines and the sterile smell of antiseptic. But what haunted me most were the faces of my loved ones. Their worry was palpable, their eyes filled with unspoken fears. I could see it in my mother's eyes, her heart breaking for me, and I felt the weight of that love and concern. It was overwhelming, yet it also became my anchor. I was determined not to let this disease define me. After the initial shock, I began to understand the importance of my journey. I had to learn to listen to my body, a skill I had neglected for far too long. Every beat of my heart became a reminder of my vulnerability and my strength. I started attending cardiac rehabilitation sessions, and those sessions became my lifeline. Surrounded by others who shared similar stories, I found a sense of community. We would share our fears, our triumphs, and the little victories that felt monumental. Each step on the treadmill was not just exercise, it was a reclaiming of my life. I learned to celebrate the small things, a few extra steps, a longer duration without pain, the ability to breathe deeply without fear. Diet became another battlefield. I had to confront my relationship with food, which had always been a source of comfort. I learned about the power of nutrition, how what I put into my body could either nourish my heart or harm it. I experimented with new recipes, discovering that healthy eating didn't mean sacrificing flavor. I found joy in cooking, in creating meals that were not only good for my heart, but also delicious. My family joined me in this journey, and we transformed our dining table into a place of health and happiness. The emotional toll was perhaps the hardest to bear. I grappled with anxiety, the constant worry that a heart attack could strike again. I sought therapy, and it made a world of difference. Talking about my fears, my anger, and my sadness helped me process the whirlwind of emotions that came with living with a chronic illness. I learned mindfulness techniques, how to breathe through the panic, and how to ground myself in the present moment. It was a revelation to realize that while I couldn't control everything, I could control my response to fear. As time passed, I began to see my heart disease not just as an obstacle, but as a catalyst for change. I became an advocate for heart health, sharing my story with others and encouraging them to prioritize their wellness. I found purpose in helping others navigate their own labyrinths. It became clear that we are not alone in this fight. We are part of a larger narrative, one that binds us together through shared experiences and resilience. Now, as I reflect on my journey, I am filled with gratitude. Each day is a gift, a chance to live fully, to love deeply, and to embrace the beauty of life, even with its uncertainties. I have learned to cherish every heartbeat, to honor the struggles, and to celebrate the triumphs. Living with heart disease has transformed me, and while the road ahead may still hold challenges, I am ready to face them, one heartbeat at a time.